Today I tried to look for Moscow Times on the internet and couldn't find it. Did they shut down the publication? Is it gone? If anyone knows, please let me know. I didn't see Moscow Times, the one in Russian. It's just not there. There's an English version. Dolina appears there, but that's not interesting. But where's the Russian one? What happened? FEMA. There is such a thing. You know, it's even a whole FEMA system. It's a huge organization. It's international FEMA. And I have a video from about 8 years ago, probably even older. The video is probably from 2017. If FEMA comes to your shores, run. It's a terrifying organization, a terrifying vessel. It's supposed to eliminate the consequences. During floods, during disasters, the consequences of the human factor, I mean the people themselves, the bodies themselves, they need to be dealt with somehow, to be disposed of somewhere. And that's what FEMA does. But there are other stories that follow FEMA, that trail behind it. When you start looking into the matter, you'll understand. There's another thing. FEMA loads people onto its ships, and on those ships, there's a processing plant. A processing and incineration plant for people, of course. That's FEMA for you, a terrifying organization. I wouldn't want to spoil your mood or mine with clarifications about what this is, especially on the eve of the holidays. I have a video about it. Find it. If this comes to your shores, run! That's the name of the video. The acting head of FEMA, David Richardson, resigned on November 17th. In 2025, this year, approximately 6 months after he subsequently assumed his initial official duties, what happened? Why did he suddenly resign after 6 months? Did he realize what it was? Did he decide not to get involved? Maybe he didn't even know everything, because what I'm saying, even that's nothing, it's just, dust. On the road. And the road itself, what is it? FEMA itself, what is it? So most likely Richardson knew. But he didn't know everything. And when he found out, he resigned. Supposedly now they say, well, they can't really. You want the truth, right? Supposedly, it's connected to dissatisfaction from Trump and Congress with his crisis management. In particular, FEMA was accused of being ineffective during the catastrophic floods in Texas. He didn't take enough people with him onto his ship. Not enough. Probably so. As is known, the president is skeptical of the agency, and members of the House of Representatives demanded a report on recovery spending. He also takes on the expenses for restoring the facilities where he is located. I can't tell you anything more about this FEMA. I see that some developments have started there as well, and they're quite unpleasant. By the way, it's interesting. During the searches at Mindich's place, the staff, Mindich is Ukraine. That's the one who stands next to the president of Ukraine. So the one who stands next to the president of Ukraine, just listen to the news and you'll understand what kind of person the president of Ukraine is. During the search of Mindich, NABU officers found jewels stolen from the Louvre. Remember, not so long ago there was talk about this, that something was stolen from the Louvre. Outright stolen. I always say when major robberies happen, some kind of jewelry, precious items that truly have great value, not the kind you buy and sell in stores, not the ones you give to your mistress or wife, but those that are valuable to the people, yes, to the country, to the people, of international caliber. And when these are stolen, there are always specialists involved, and usually military specialists, as a rule, specialists who are connected with, and with specialists from the internal services. But this is not accessible to any single group of clever people. It's not possible to just rob the Louvre like that either. So when we hear that, a high-ranking assistant or perhaps someone very close to the esteemed president of Ukraine suddenly and unexpectedly stole something of significant value, the jewelry of Marie-Louise from Eloera, we have to understand, he didn't do it alone, right? And he's not that smart after all. And he didn't do it by himself. He had a special squad that he sent on the mission. As a rule, after such a mission, the squad is executed, eliminated. But that's usually the case. Well, it's not always the rule, of course, but there is such a rule. Employees of During searches, the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine, NABU, found stolen jewelry, an emerald necklace and earrings that belonged to the Empress of France and wife of Napoleon, Marie-Louise, at the home of Timur Mendich, a close friend of the President of Ukraine. NABU is conducting searches among Zelensky's closest circle. In connection with the corruption scandal, more than $100 million was stolen from Ukraine's energy sector. Another close friend of Zelensky, former Deputy Prime Minister Oleksiy Chernyshov, was arrested in this case. Mendik managed to flee to Israel on the eve of the search. Voila! It's all very simple. And here is yet another new study that is being instilled in people. Well, whether that's true or not, I have my doubts. I'm telling you right away, even before I've read this message to you. I really doubt it because there are certain factors at play here. Let's listen. A new study. Regular daytime naps slow down aging and make you more productive. Scientists, I'm told which ones, have determined that people who like to nap during the day have younger brains. By 3 to 6 years, and their memory, reaction speed, and cognitive functions are much better than others. 15 to 30 minutes of sleep is enough. I don't know if you lie down to sleep during the day. Anyway, friends, I won't express my emotions here. I believe this is so that people who are being processed mentally, psychotronically, so that they can at least get a little rest, because the heaviness becomes so overwhelming that you really start to feel sleepy. That's when the towers are turned on. Some kind of towers. Well, read up on it. You know, in 1976 or 1975, in Russia, in the USSR, in 1975, I read a magazine. It was called, I think it was Foreign Literature. It was about the year 1984. Have you read it? You should read it. 1984. Look it up, read it. Everything about our reality is in there. It's a program, an action plan. It was for the near future. It's not like it's some kind of science fiction story.